Hello and welcome to the channel. The Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec) has reacted to an EU report, the European Union Observation Mission, on the outcome of the February election. Them say make them not judge the whole election by just the failure to upload results to the HiRef portal. Make them as well consider other aspects, like waiting Hoga. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Don't use challenges uploading results to judge our performance in presidential election. Nigeria's electoral body Inec replies EU mission. As a result of the challenge the Commission experienced in the upload of the presidential election of February 25th, 2023, Inec National Commissioner Festus Okoye made this known while reacting to the final report on the 2023 general elections submitted by the European Union Election Observation Mission on Monday. Okoye noted that the glitch experienced in the upload of the presidential election in the country should not write off the entire polls held nationwide. Okoye explained that the law empowers political parties to know what goes on at the polling units. He asserted that Nigerians commended the electoral body for the deployment of the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) machine in the general elections, maintaining that nobody had faulted the functionality of the BVAS in terms of voter accreditation, Channels TV reports. It is not fair to judge the entire performance of the Commission on the basis of a glitch in the result upload for the presidential election, he said. Almost all the political parties nominated and got accredited at least over 170,000 polling agents. What that means is that they had primary evidence of the results from the polling units. It is those results from the polling units together with the BVAS as a machine itself that goes to the collation center. So, it is not true for a political party to rely only on result upload in order to get the evidence with which it wants to prosecute its case in court, he added. The European Union Election Observation Mission (EU) EOM had stated that the presidential selection of the leadership of the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec) leaves the electoral body vulnerable to the perception of partiality. The group asserted that the 2023 general elections did not ensure a well-run, transparent, and inclusive democratic process as assured by Inec. The group explained that public confidence and trust in Inec were severely damaged during the presidential poll and were not restored in state-level elections, leading civil society to call for an independent audit of the entire process. The EU EOM offered 23 recommendations for consideration by the Nigerian authorities that would contribute to the improvement of future elections. The report read, "The widely welcomed Electoral Act 2022 introduced measures aimed at building stakeholders' trust. However, the Act's first test in a general election revealed crucial gaps in terms of Inec's accountability and transparency, proved to be insufficiently elaborated, and lacked clear provisions for timely and efficient implementation. Weak points include a lack of Inec independent structures and capacities to enforce sanctions for electoral offenses and breaches of campaign finance rules. Furthermore, the presidential selection of Inec leadership at the federal and state level leaves the electoral institution vulnerable to the perception of partiality. Closer to the polls, some started to doubt Inec's administrative and operational efficiency and in-house capacity. Public confidence gradually decreased and was severely damaged on 25th February due to its operational failures and lack of transparency. While some corrective measures introduced before the 18 March elections were effective, overall trust was not restored. The chief observer, EU EOM Barry Andrews, while addressing a press briefing in Abuja, noted that his team carried out its work between 11 January and 11 April on the invitation of Inec. He said, "We are particularly concerned about the need for reform in 6 areas, which we have identified as priority recommendations and we believe if implemented could contribute to improvement for the conduct of elections. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, in related news, public affairs analyst and legal practitioner Mr. Ikechukwu Onodi has described as travesty of justice the current practice in Nigeria where people are sworn into office after election. While the electoral victories are still being challenged in the elections petition tribunals or court of law. He argued that the proper thing would have been to thrash out the matter and the validly elected declared by such tribunals or law courts before the swearing-in can take place. The gains recorded on the achievements of the 2015 general elections have been eroded and lost in the 2023 elections, he said. The elections of 2023 can safely be said to be the worst ever conducted in Nigeria since the colonial days, starting from the impunity of certain candidates who shunned the media shots and debates because they had concluded rigging plans, which of course eventually became manifest, to intimidation, suppression and harassment of opponents by those in power. The handwriting was very clear on the wall. The last straw that broke the camel's back was the flagrant violation of the Electoral Act and guidelines by the electoral umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec. The assurances by the Inec that results from polling units will be scanned from the Form EC8A and posted with the aid of the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System BVAS to the Inec Result Viewing IREV portal, where the public could view the results in real time, was not adhered to. There was clear evidence of INEC's compromise during the elections. The Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Futo, and returning officer of the Abia State governorship election, Professor Nena Nanaya Oti, revealed how the powers that be tried to intimidate, harass, and bribe her to compromise the results of the election, but she stood her ground. There was a significant improvement in the general elections in 2015 by former President Jonathan, who made and pursued his declared determination to give the country free, fair, and credible elections. Even though he was a candidate in the elections, he also declared and lived up to the mantra that his ambition was not worth a jot of the blood of any Nigerian. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.